Hey, what is up you guys, Novacalest here with another video. And in this video I'm going to be talking about Overwatch and how the beta was and everything I hope the actual game would be and why you should buy it. But other than me explaining myself, let's get into this video. Now the first thing I want to talk about is how each and every character in Overwatch was pretty evenly balanced. And no character was too overpowered or too underpowered. You didn't have to nerf anything or buff up anyone. As long as you knew how to play the character and you played them well, you did pretty decent in the game. If you knew the character and how to play him at least. Now, I think that's really good because if you think about it, in most betas, most things are really OP. Like if you think about it with Call of Duty and Black Ops 3, and how the Man of War was super good or whatever. But yeah, they had to definitely nerf some guns in that and buff some up, but in this one it's pretty okay. Nothing really to buff up or nerf. Okay, on to the next thing. The hit registration. So far, on PC at least, because I play PC, the hit registration is actually really good. So far when I, go to shoot and my sights are on someone, it hits them, doesn't miss or go off to the left or just doesn't hit them at all. It hits them directly on, in the middle of the screen, sights, hits them. Now, I did hear some complaints on the console version. But if you think about it on console, there could be, some bad things due to it with lag, with, host. Because I know on Black Ops 2, there was always, a host player, and you always had to join them. If they had bad connection, you had bad connection. But then again, it could be just all messed up with the game in frickin' Overwatch. Yeah. The next thing. There are 3 game modes in every single one. Not every single one, yeah. Sorry, I meant to say in this game. So far, right now, I am playing King of the Hill, and this is where you defend the objective or take it if you are the attacker. So the defenders have to defend it. And you have to defend it from the attackers or else they'll take it and, win. Basically almost like domination, but you cannot take it back. One of the other game modes is Assault. Now, Assault's basically team deathmatch, and if you know what team deathmatch is, it's basically 2 teams against each other. For say red team, blue team, like in TF2. Those 2 games, it's one versus the other, and I don't know if they have a versus in that. They probably do. I don't play it too much, but there's definitely a versus, and it's basically just 2 teams going off against each other. You gotta get a certain amount of kills to win the match. The third one is Escort, and if you have ever played TF2, you will know it as Payload. Now that's when you have to escort the bomb or the object to the point. And the point reached is where you deliver it, and then if you deliver to that point, for say if the bomb like in TF2, it blows up and you win the game. Now the third one. I am really glad about this one, and the third one is that there is a competitive game mode. I do believe you have to be above level 75, I think. Not 75, 25. Like in CSGO, we have to be rank 3. Now CSGO, it's probably a bit harder to rank up in it, because you don't do Gold Nova, you gotta do level 1, level 2, level 3, and that just plain old sucks until you reach level 3, and then you play competitive. Now I know I had a lot of fun playing competitive, which in CSGO, and just regular game modes in Overwatch, which is why I will be really excited to see the competitiveness. Now they are probably going to do something with MOG on it in pro pro games. I am excited to see that because it seems like it would be very cool to do. Now, next thing. Remember, it is still a beta, so most things, in how I was talking about the console earlier, about how hit registration does not count in for a lot of them. It is still a beta, they can still fix that. That's why they make beta, so they know what's wrong and they can fix it. So yeah. Another thing is that the game modes are on certain maps. As you see right here, this map is only on what was it? Freaking King of the Hill. You don't play any Payload on it, and I don't believe you play on any team deathmatch on it. There are certain maps so far that I've played that are only for team deathmatch, Payload, and King of the Hill. And I like that because if you could tell in some other games, some maps are just not meant for the specific game mode. Like, some maps are meant for domination, some maps are meant for, sorry, I meant freaking King of the Hill. Some maps are meant for team deathmatch, some aren't meant for payload. And like how they basically evenly distributed it out. Yeah, there we go. I can not say that word, I don't know why. But they evened it out, so it's not always the same map on every single game mode. And one of the things I really do hope they do fix, going back to the thing about the beta, is the multiplayer, because I know it was a beta, but if you queued up with some people, it was a bit harder to find a game during nighttime and like off hours. Now here's another one. One thing I really don't want to see to happen is that if you notice with most games like Destiny and Evolve, they did great during the beta and everybody was so excited for the actual game to come out. But when the actual game came out, not a lot of people played it or were too happy about it. Like Destiny, some people were happy about it within the first couple months, but then it just got boring. And that's when they executed the raids and all that. But if you didn't have the season pass or weren't able to buy any of the DLCs, you were shit out of luck. And I know during the first couple months there was nothing else to do, so it did get pretty boring. And I wasn't such a big fan of the multiplayer in that game. I was actually pretty happy to recently get back into that though, but I wasn't a big fan because I still didn't have any of the DLCs, which really does suck. But I don't want to see it like be great during the beta and then execute it badly during the actual game release. There we go. I'm retarded, don't judge me. Now another one of why you should definitely buy this game is that people, they probably don't want to buy, like when new characters come out, they don't want to buy them or buy the new maps. Now that's not the case. Blizzard has announced that when all the new characters and maps do come out, they are going to be free. So that's one reason. So like whenever they come out, you can just instantly play it. And when the new maps come out, every player will not be like freaking separated. The community will not be split. And you don't even want to see that, because I remember in Black Ops 2, when all the new DLCs came out, there was barely anybody playing any of the other ones. And it sucked. Until I got the DLC, I was like, man, I see why people play this, and like they should really buy it, but some people don't have the money at that time, which is really great for why they made it like this. Now, here's the next thing. You can buy with in-game. You can get loot crates in-game that will give you items such as skins, taunts, and emotes. Now there are 54 of each item, for each character, and each one has its own skin, emote, and voice lines. Now there's 54 for each character, and that's a lot. And you can buy them with microtransactions, or you can just get them from the loot box. Like you can get like in-game currency from loot boxes. I'm not sure if I did, but you will be able to get those, which is a really cool thing because it'll be sort of like freaking Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with supply drops. Now a lot of people love that, and a lot of people want to see that in new Call of Duties, but then again, they don't want to see exosuits if you think about it. Let's see. Now that's about it for this video, guys, and thank you for tuning in. It helps out a lot. And if you guys would, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to see further videos like this, you will, trust me. I'm sort of new to this commentary, okay? I'm sorry. But other than that, that's about it. And this is Nova Callis signing off, you guys. And see you guys later.